Personification is an element that Ray Bradbury uses in August 2026, There Will Come Soft Rains. Bradbury uses personification to provide vivid images for readers as well as describe non-human characters. Through this use of personification, Bradbury shows that technology can be our greatest ally and also our greatest enemy. We draw from the story that Bradbury was looking to bring non-human characters alive. When he gave the fire human traits, it became one of the only characters in the story. Usually, something non-human like fire would not be a character in a story. In order to set the apocalyptic feeling in the story, Bradbury uses personification to give an eerie sense to the reader and describe how technology has affected the human race.
In the kitchen, the breakfast stove gave a hissing sigh and ejected from its warm interior 8 pieces of perfectly browned toast, 8 eggs sunny side up, 16 slices of bacon, 2 coffees, and 2 cool glasses of milk, is showing personification by giving the kitchen human characteristics such as cooking and making breakfast. This form of technology can be one of our greatest allies because it is helping the people in the house get prepared for the rest of the day. This is going to take the time out of the day for those who normally wake up and make breakfast, but instead, now we have technology to do it for us. Bradbury is trying to show how technology is going to help us out, but instead, it ends up destroying the human race.
At 10 o'clock, a disaster struck the house. A tree crashed through the kitchen window, and a bottle of cleaning solvent exploded. Fire! Screamed a voice. The house lights flashed. Water pumps shot water from the ceiling, but the solvent spread on the linoleum, licking, eating under the kitchen door, while the voices took it up in chorus. Fire! 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 The fire is personified as eating the house. The fire was too powerful for the house. The fire made it through the kitchen, up the stairs, destroying everything in its pathway. The house fought back. Not even the mightiest technology could save the house from the fire. The fire roared through the house as water sprayed from the ceiling. The house managed to keep the fire damage to minimum, with only one wall being charred black. But either way, the house was ruined. There was nobody there to rebuild the house, and most of the technology had been ruined in the fire, leaving nothing more than a burned house.
Bradbury's quote, "Now the fire lay in beds, stood in windows, changed the colors of drapes," shows personification by giving the fire human actions and characteristics. The fire consumes the last remaining house of civilization as Bradbury personifies the path of destruction. As the house expelled the very limited ration of water left in its supply on useless tasks in a house with no one occupying it, it fails to complete a task that could have simply been solved with water. For example, the repetitive errand of washing dishes day in and day out could have saved the house from becoming rubble, similar to the rest of civilization. The technology failed itself, as well as the structural meaning for existing. The house was built for the safety and convenience of its occupants in order to make human life easier, but it failed because it was not advanced enough to register the new circumstances. The personified fire easily walked through the house similar to a human would with nothing to stop it. When the house retaliates, it only strengthens the fire, leading to its own demise.
In conclusion, Bradbury personified many non-living objects in the story to further support the theme that technology can be our greatest ally, but also our greatest enemy. By assigning these traits, he further proves to the reader that the story may one day become reality.